Old Market.
Old Market.
Old Market.
Old Market.
Old Market.
Diverse.
Sociable.
Fantastic.
Really friendly.
Very welcoming.
Play. Respect. The Old Castle Green.
The Stag and Hound.
Trinity Hall.
The Bear Bar.
The Crown.
Anais bar.
The Long Bar.
One of the main reasons I like the pub is that you get all sorts of people, and I've worked in all sorts of bars. Most have got a particular clientele. This one doesn't really have a particular clientele. It's 20% students, 20% locals, 20% officers, 20% just people passing from the train station, Temple Meads, 20% staff and their friends, a bit of everything. There's no particular clientele. That's what makes the pub so good.
So firstly, can I ask you about that drink? What's your drink of choice?
This is Cheddar Valley. It's £2.70 a pint and 6%. I think that says it all.
And do you go to any of the other pubs in Old Market?
Not particularly, because they're too expensive and there's not a huge amount of atmosphere in them.
So do you think there's a community feel in this pub?
Very much so. Very much so. So you get a mixture of ages. The night time is generally students, which are great. You get music events next door. So yeah, and it is a community, and people do genuinely look out for each other.
That's lovely.
The bloke, Jeff, what was he, in his 70s? Just coming up to 70, and he fell over on the bus. He used to come all the way from Cambridge to come drinking here with his, there's like a group of friends, and he fell over on the bus and passed away. So we had a coach go over to Cambridge full of us to see his ceremony and then drink with his family and that. People come in from all walks of life. Everyone gets on with each other, accepts people for who they are, and you see a range and variety of completely different people in this place. Partly because of next door, they have different bands on, so with the culture of the band brings the different types of people, and they come in there for a drink and then they go listen to their music.
So the Bristol Northern Soul Club is an event that we set up about 3 years ago. Myself and Eve, my mum, she's an original soul girl from the 80s. It's kind of really got such a diverse range of music as well. You've got the indie punk scene, you've got a bit of the dub roots reggae scene, and obviously it's got quite a strong Northern Soul scene now as well, because we do a lot of our events on Old Market, and it's just a really, really cool place. I think Old Market has got that edge now, and it's really creating almost a friendship group within that as well, which is really, really cool. A lot of DJs or younger aspiring people with record collections have come up to us and sort of asked for our expertise and knowledge, and we've helped nurture that. Being kind of local DJs ourselves, it's been a very kind of cool journey to see other people flourish and sort of make those connections.
Something I found very interesting in my research when I was looking at punk fanzines and magazines was the kind of DIY culture of these gigs in Old Market. It spoke a lot about how there wasn't usually any organised security in these gigs, because there was a level of trust within the community that there would be no kind of wrongdoings, I guess. And also it was very open about who could go and perform. In some gigs there wouldn't be a set list of bands. It would be whoever in the community had instruments and who wanted to play would be able to get up on the stage and perform, and they'd be supported.
I wanted to explore the development of the music scene in Bristol and Old Market in particular, and the sorts of, and I guess the reasons such as why the music here is the way it is. So it's mainly alternative music because the Sea Centre wouldn't play it, so they went here. Yeah. And I guess how it's guess the political background and history of activism within Old Market could push it to become so embracing of punk and reggae.
So Old Market is attractive to your punks and your reggae heads because these are the venues where you can get gigs. So it becomes a destination venue for your young punks.
you're talking about underground music in itself, Exchange Basement is a staple. Yeah, you get the most underground bands there, I would say. And that, like, weirdly, like, that sweaty, gross environment is the reason why you go there.
Famous Bristol punk band The Cortinas played in what is now the pub Old Castle Green.
I don't want love 'cause it's a boy. I don't want love 'cause it's a whore. I don't want love 'cause it's a waste of time. But don't forget.
The term old market, I think, goes back quite early. I think it's the 17th century. And literally, it's the market outside the city gates.
So you've got 4 darts, you've got to throw the 4 darts and we'll add up your score. The bigger your score, the bigger your prize. So it starts right from 0, so even if you don't get anything, you still get a prize. And if you're really good, 11 or 12, you get the giant ones.
I'm going to try and win you a husky.
Good luck.
So, how long have you worked in there?
I was actually born into it, it's all my life.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So your parents, what did
Parents,
they do?
yeah, just handed down the same thing.
Right.
To the fairground industry, yeah. It's just handed down through the generations. So you've scored, what have we got on there? We've scored 2 on there.
Oh, right.
So that is not a very good score, but you still get a prize.
I do love the banter, the friendly ones between friends and family. I love it. Oh, very nice, very nice. You got one left. Go on. Oh, better luck next time. Thank you very much for the patronage.
Thank you.
But 5. Yeah. It's 5 per game, even 5 for the trampolines over there.
Okay. 5 of these.
Because now I've actually played it, I know how, like, use red as a
Shepherd.
We are at the Old Market Tavern in Old Market. I'm here for the Bristol Gamers board game night. It's just really good because actually, yeah, you just get to meet a lot of different people from different walks of life. And even in like the LGBTQ plus community, you end up, it's very like gay men over here, lesbians over here, trans people over here. And actually this is an opportunity for everyone to come together and share that space together and build those relationships. Lots of people like live around this area or will travel in to then specifically use these facilities or the businesses, etc. Yeah, and then you just will form these friendship groups that mean that you will come back to this space and then use this in the future. So if you're like, oh, actually, where's the shared space that we've used before? Well, that's like here. So therefore, you'd be like, oh, well, let's just go there. It's cut that, and then it's a shared space for all of you then.
Yeah, so very welcoming. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kind of turned up, and then someone put me in a seat. Yeah, it was really nice. It's kind of the only interaction I had really with other queer people was on Grindr and like social media, so to actually meet people in person, and it wasn't a club, because I don't drink. It's almost like I was looking for it for a long time. I didn't really, and then when I found it, I was like, yes, this is kind of what I want. Low-key, kind of queer socialising.
Oh yes, sorry for that last one.
People talk about like Black history, World War whatever, but it's just like, oh, like queer history, oh, who cares? And it's like, no, not who cares, it's important, like all other history. It's always kind of like, I guess like straight washed. Like the film, I think the film was called like Troy or something. Like you would not know Achilles was a bottom, but like world's most famous bottom in all of history. But yeah, like there is a lot of straight washing as well, and like with World War II, like no one brings up the pink triangles. Straight washing. Oh, we'll just ignore this part of it specifically.
I'm too poor to afford good food, so I cover everything in hot sauce. That's quite DIY in itself.
To imagine a musical environment that was all about DIY.
It's a staple of British culture, and they find friendship there. It's just a staple of old market culture.
The future, I mean, the music in Old Market right now, I feel like it's definitely on the right path. You know, like I said, it's got something for everyone.
So different communities coming together to support each other. It's nice to be nice. Yeah. As I was told by a Northern guy who's absolutely drunk out of his mind.